of what's being said here right now is, I don't understand it myself. The chairman gavelled the meeting to order, and the first agenda item was put forward. To sit here and say that you must motion the meeting open and double it is something in all my life I've never heard of, in all honesty, when a chairman gavels a meeting open. If you want to now do something based upon the first issue that's on the floor, I'll buy that. But don't sit here and say we got to motion the meeting open when that's a crock. It's never been done.
That's not what I said, Larry.
That's what I'm hearing you say.
No, that's not what I said. Listen, no, Larry, listen.
Well, I'm sorry.
The meeting is opened by the
that's my
chairman.
interpretation.
Properly open.
Yeah.
No motion was then put on the floor. An agenda.
You guys have your city council meeting. You just say, clerk, read Article 1.
Read.
You guys don't
Exactly.
start. You guys don't say, we want to make a motion to put it on.
No, I said the meeting is properly open. You are the chairman. You open the meeting. That's proper. Then our clerk reads the first agenda item.
That's what
which
he's
becomes
doing.
No,
And that's
it was read.
according to ordinance. That order is set up by ordinance,
Under Robert's rules.
right. Well, no, the ordinance set up, so our meetings and the agenda, our agenda is set by ordinance, so we follow the ordinances. I don't see anything in the bylaws that says anything about the agenda taking precedence or governing the meeting.
Again, go back to the bylaws. Look, you guys out at the city council have a bunch of attorneys on staff, being paid by our tax dollars to figure all this stuff out.
I advised you.
You had advice.
You're not a lawyer.
You had advice. Proper advice.
You're not a lawyer. You ignored it.
You've already broken three rules,
Because the
Steve.
man is an attorney, does not mean he's correct 100%. I mean, I'm not trying to belittle Tom. You guys are forcing me into this
All
situation.
right, well, my original motion was to table. It has been moved. It has to be voted on. So I would assume we're voting on tabling the vote on Debbie Deneen.
We'll tell you this, and I know I'm right about this. You table, they stay in limbo, they can't. I don't remember which one it's in. I'm not an attorney. I don't live to do this. If you want to give me a day, I'll look it up.
Article 2 of the charter does not indicate any suspension. It's removed.
Censure, you can remove our censure.
Article 2 of
Censure
the
right here
state charter?
anyway.
Oh, so now you want to go back to the state charter and go by that? We're either going to go by it or we're not going to go by it. Now, which is it going to be? You can't go by it when it fits your argument, Tom, and then not go by it when it doesn't.
Wait a minute. I believe that it's not in the bylaws to remove a member, and that should have been challenged. But if you are going to proceed by the bylaws, then you're still not following the letter of the bylaws of the charter. You're not following. I don't believe you have presented any evidence other than testimony that she received proper notice or adequate notice. There's no evidence that she ever received any.
And I say there is plenty of evidence that she received.
And there's no right of the chair to make unilateral action against a member. It is the committee that takes
I'm not going to
action.
make unilateral action. I got
And
better.
there is no right for the committee to take action under the bylaws.
You're going to vote. You guys will take the action.
Well, you just said she's suspended.
Censure,
You can't, she was elected by the people. She was elected by
Now you
the
want to just ignore Article 2.
No, I'm not wanting, I don't want to talk about that. I just remember, everybody in this room was elected by the people. They weren't appointed by anybody, they were elected by the people. And so anybody can't unilaterally say, I suspend you. This is a democratic
So
process.
by that logic, then nothing, since everybody's been voted on by the people,
Yeah,
then nothing that any of the state party rights is irrelevant.
no, that's not true. You're not,
So you guys want
let's
to,
be
you guys
reasonable,
want to
no.
handle it every
You're the one that's making the rules.
Second. Withdrawing his motion. Previous question.
What did he withdraw? He withdrew the motion to remove the previous question on the motion that he Paul said he removed his motion to remove the previous question.
Yeah.
I'll make a motion to move the question on suspension, let's just get it over with.
Seriously, I like, you know, this is,
Vice Chair has the floor.
the question was asked, do we have a receipt that we sent out the letter? If the letter is not picked up, we did make our attempt to send it out. Steve does have it on. Steve, if you have the receipt, produce it. If someone doesn't pick up the letter,
Don't they send it back to you?
they bring it back, and we have the receipt that it went out.
There's no evidence of a letter.
Well, do you have,
Nothing
well, bring
presented
the
to this
receipt.
committee of a letter.
That's what I'm asking. If we produce the receipt, we sent it out, it wasn't picked up.
But no, you're missing the
And you have the letter
point.
returned, right?
Is the letter adequate notice? Is there adequate notice in the letter that this member violated anything? What does the letter say?
I already read it twice, but.
No.
Need a copy of the letter. And the thing I'm bringing up is, if we did make the attempt to mail it out, how much more can we do? If it's not picked up, we can put it in the paper, and that's all. And you know, we're just shouting at each other. Debbie, you said you were misquoted.
And then I want to say to you,
And-
is that when they do want to get a hold of me, when they, like he said, he went through him, you had my, Bill Black has my telephone number and my email.
We're splitting here, we're splitting here. You guys have been living together for how long? They don't talk.
Steve,
Personality, that's not.
let's keep it up. Debbie stood up, she said she was misquoted. We tried to connect, she got
See, this is
misquoted,
what happens.
and that's it.
This is what happens.
If we believe her, then we vote on that. If we don't, we vote on that. That's pretty much all we can vote. If she was misquoted, that's the answer.
You should vote to remove Steve Foot. He belongs out of here.
Second.
You had the chance to run, maybe you'll get another chance, maybe.
Sounds like a threat, Steve Foot.
Anybody interpret that as a threat?
Mr. Chairman, I motion to adjourn.
Yeah, I second. Second. Let's go.
Motion on the floor.
Motion's on the floor.
Excuse me, who's running the meeting?
No one.
Not you. We have a motion to adjourn. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? No. Ayes have it.